Hey folks, Pulse here, welcome back to another Palm Master video. And today we're going to talk about, some Synchro builds for Gloria Zacian, right? So, Gloria Zacian, in my opinion, probably has the worst Synchro in the game, right? And it's like her base kit is so incredibly powerful, right? It really makes it that, they probably gave her like this bad of grid so she's not even more overpowered than or she already is, right? Which is slightly sad, but then again, I mean, I'm not complaining. That means you really need to get more than one copy of her if you're just trying to use her, right? So which is nice. I mean, she really doesn't get too much on her grid at all, so it's just basically just power for Behemoth Blade, move gauge refreshes. You honestly don't really even need this video for the most part. Like a lot of like the the interesting passives aren't, well, they aren't interesting and they're pretty bad, right? Stuff like adrenaline, burst in is terrible, right? Quit ferocity is almost useless on Zacian, right? First of all, she doesn't buff her own crit. Plus, you could easily get +6 attack anyways, right? Because you come in with Fierce Sentry 2, which already gives you +2 attack. And then you use Laser Sharp Focus, that's another +2 attack, right? And then after you use your sync move, you get Sync Burst, which restores 1 MP. So you get Laser Sharp Focus back again. And then there you go, +6 attack, easily, right? And this is only like a 30% chance to gain 1 attack when you crit, which again, if you don't buffer crit, obviously you always team build to buffer crit, right? Unless you're doing prestige event. But like outside of that, like, yeah, this thing is bad. Person is bad. Again, I wouldn't say adrenaline is bad. It's just it way too costly for something that's like not even that great, because you need like -3 sync move countdown to make the sync move countdown even like worthwhile at all, because again, you're queuing 3 moves per turn, right? Generally outside the time event. And so like if you like use adrenaline, then use laser focus, it's like -2 sync move countdown. That's basically the same as -0 sync move countdown, because you need -3 to make it worth it like a whole turn, right? So yeah, I guess. On top of that, you got Head Start, which is nice, I guess. But again, it's weird because you can't use a Head Start and adrenaline on the same go around, right? Unfortunately, because that's after you sync, and this is when you first enter the game, and it gets reset when you sync, obviously. Then you have Headstrong, attack can be lower. I mean, this is nice, but then again, it's like it's 7 energy and it's all the way up here. What Zacian does have on her grid that's really nice is all the play rough stuff. Her play rough stuff is all actually really nice, right? Because you have play rough on roll 2, and then you have play rough super duper effective 1, which is, again, they're all good stuff, right? Some of their dark spots over here. MP refresh 1 on laser sharp focus for like 8 energy, not great. Move gauge boost. You don't need any of this like move gauge boost stuff. Like your speed and move gauge refresh, all that is just way too overkill. This is a complete overkill. So again, hopefully maybe Danny could buffer grid, but I'm not sure if they're gonna do it, just because like she's just way too powerful at her base, right? But it'd be nice if they do. So anyways, let's talk about some synchro builds then. Starting out at 1 out of 5 as usual. Again, for units like these that have like 2 different type moves, it really depends on what move you're going. Either if you're going for Behemoth Play, then pick up everything not named Play Rough. If you're doing Play Rough, then pick up everything not named Behemoth Blade, right? Pretty simple. Moving on, 2 out of 5. Also quite simple, I guess. I mean, all our builds are not really, sophisticated. If you're building Behemoth Blade, just pick up all the Behemoth Blade stuff, right? Again, no point picking up stuff like Crit Ferocity. That's not great. As for the remaining, 29 energy, I guess. Right, just pick up some more speed to make it even more overkill, because why not? If you want, more speed over here, attack, speed over here, right? Again, just to make it overkill. And then for the rest, just pick up, I guess, just some stats, whatever, if you want. That's basically picking up everything that's not named a move gauge boost, MP refresh, Laser Sharp Focus, MP Refresh 1, or this Defense plus 10 over here, and all the play rough stuff, right? So for play rough again, you do have a more interesting, build that you could go with over here, because you do have some more, interesting stuff overall, right? So you can pick up all this stuff down here, right? Which again, just basically gets you, you still have like more leftovers, right? So you just pick up again more attack if you want that. Plus 20 speed, if you don't think, it's already overkill enough, you could pick that up. If not, obviously, go for more attack, right? And you got something over here. Again, I do not recommend pick up Laser Sharp Focus MP Refresh 1, because it's kind of pointless. I mean, okay, you get like +2 more on like your first sync move, but again, it's not a huge deal, especially if you're like running another support that could like give you easily +2 attack, right? So yeah, there's that. Moving on to 3 out of 5 on Zacian over here, right? So 3 out of 5, obviously you have the whole grid unlocked. You do have some more stuff to work with, and by more I mean more of the same. So play rough, on a roll, same thing. I mean, play rough is honestly the same over here. It really depends on what else. It really depends on what your team is for what you want to go over here. You could pick up some sync move power up nodes, but like I would assume if you're running play rough, you're going to be fighting very weak stages, right? So if you are fighting very weak stages, then maybe you want someone else to sync instead. Obviously, I mean, if you're not running double striker, right? Because you could easily run double striker with Zacian, right? You could run her with I don't know, whatever else fairy type unit that could deal good damage, right? And you should be fine, right? Either Clefairy or Jigglypuff, right? You could use them to sync instead of Zacian, right? So maybe not pick up the sync move nodes. If you're not running double striker, you're just running Zacian by herself, then sure, you could pick up the sync move nodes if you want. If not, the more, again, attack nodes, all that stuff, right? So for Behemoth Blade, this one's pretty straightforward. Just pick up everything named that has Behemoth Blade in its name, and you're good. Yeah, exactly. Down to 0. All the Behemoth Blade power-ups, the Behemoth Blade move gauge refreshes, the glorious Behemoth Blade power-ups for the sync move, right? And then some more over here. And that basically gets you everything, because there really isn't much outside of that. Again, a pretty simple grid for the most part, right? I mean, if you are running like Metagross or something, if you're like running double striker, if you're using her like as a secondary striker and you don't want to sync with her, if you're running her with like a different type striker, right? If you're facing, something that's not steel weak, then maybe not the sync move nodes, right? And then instead of the sync move nodes, you could pick up, I don't know, attack or whatever, right? More, again, just this stuff, right? So yeah, anyways, pretty straightforward grid, I guess, for the most part. Nothing much to talk about. So yeah, that's maybe this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know, guys, in the comments down below. Like and enjoy this video, subscribe to my channel for some more Pokemon Masters content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.